all-new petrol Jaecoo 5 and pure electric E5 are the first small SUVs from Chinese brand Jaecoo. On sale October 2025. Price from £24,505, Jaecoo 5, £27,505, E5. You may not have heard of Jaecoo, but that could change very soon. This new Chinese brand is launching its second of 3 models this year, the Jaecoo 5 small petrol SUV and its pure electric twin, the E5. The Jaecoo name is ambitious, a combined abbreviation of the word Jaeger, the German word for hunter, and cool. It aims to appeal to young professionals and outdoor enthusiasts who want a small SUV for urban and rural adventures. And there is substance behind the brand because it's been created, alongside Omoda, by Chinese car giant, Chery, to gain a foothold in the UK and more widely in Europe. The Jaecoo 5 undercuts the comparable mild hybrid Ford Puma by nearly £4,000 and £2,000 less than a Toyota Yaris Cross. The E5 looks like even better value, with prices starting around £2,000 below the BYD Atto 2, and £5,000 lower than the Kia EV3. Jaecoo keeps things simple for buyers by only offering the petrol Jaecoo 5 with a turbocharged 1.6-litre petrol engine. It pumps out 145 brake horsepower, providing reasonable acceleration up to 62 miles per hour of 10.2 seconds and a top speed of 113 miles per hour. That's not as swift as a Puma, but a little faster than a Yaris Cross. We don't yet have official fuel economy figures, but CO2 emissions are high at 159 g/km. This will mean a fee of £1,360 in VED for the first year. On the road, the Jaecoo 5's engine pulls well from a standstill and cruises quietly once it's up to speed. However, it is let down by the 7-speed DCT automatic gearbox, which can struggle to perform properly if you ask for a burst of acceleration. When you put your foot down, it gives a surge of power and then changes gear noisily and gruffly. The Lexus LBX and Yaris Cross are both better in this respect because their CVT automatic gearboxes don't have gears, so they provide a much smoother power delivery. Whether you choose the petrol 5 or electric E5, you'll find that body lean is fairly well controlled. However, both models suffer from more road and wind noise than rivals, and have the same fairly harsh reaction to road imperfections. When you drive over a pothole or drain cover, there's a jolt and a noisy thud. The Jaecoo 5 is one of the biggest models in the small SUV class, being similar in length to a Sedan, while the E5 is longer than the Kia EV3 and BYD Atto 2. That translates to more room for rear seat passengers. There's plenty of space for 2 adults to stretch out in the back, although a third sitting in the central seat may find their knees raised a little by the small transmission tunnel and restricted by the rear ventilation controls. Although adjustable lumbar support can't be specified on either model, the front seats are comfortable and supportive. However, the front side windows are fairly slim, so you feel a bit enclosed in the driver's seat, although the massive panoramic roof that's standard on luxury trim lets in loads of light and helps to counter this. The boot entrance itself is pretty high up off the ground, but there's an adjustable boot floor that can be set higher up to eradicate the large load lip at its entrance. When it comes to interior trim and controls, the Jaecoo 5 and E5 are pretty much identical. Our luxury spec car had vegan leather seats with contrasting colored stitching that looks classy and padding on the dash, but the materials used lower down on the dash and on the doors were more plasticky. While the centrally mounted portrait-orientated infotainment screen is larger than most at 13.2 inches, it's not matched by a sizable dash display. In fact, the 8.8 inches digital display feels titchy. It's too low down and many of its icons are small, so they're not that easy to read at a glance. The infotainment system has large, bright icons and responds quickly to prods. It's a shame there aren't more physical buttons below it for the most frequently used functions, but you can use the Hi Jaecoo voice control for many commands. There are haptic-type controls for the audio and other features on the steering wheel, which can be used on the move, but they aren't easy to press accurately or that quick to react. When it comes to equipment, Pure comes with all the basics, including aircon, manually adjustable front seats, front and rear parking sensors, voice control and wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto smartphone connectivity. Luxury adds a host of extra kit, such as the panoramic roof, a 540 degrees camera, electrically adjustable heated and ventilated front seats, a heated steering wheel, Sony audio system and wireless phone charging. The price difference between pure and luxury trim is £3,495 for the Jaecoo 5 and £3,000 for the E5.